The title is Facebook Improves Communication Efficacy of the Third Sector on Emergency Campaigns. Published in the 2018 edition of Revista Latina de Comunicación Social, the authors are Isidoro Arroyo Almaraz and Samuel Calle Mendoza of Universidad Rey Juan Carlos of Madrid and Clifford van Wyk of Bournemouth University in the United Kingdom. We conducted this research to determine the role of social networks on the efficacy of communication and an analysis of features that Facebook messages must have due to its being the most used social network in emergency campaigns. We started from the assumption that the economic crisis had reduced the number of public and private contributions to NGDOs between the years 2010 and 2013. The fact that nearly 30% of NGDOs disappeared or stopped their activity, especially impacting small-size NGDOs that depended almost exclusively on public funding and did not have sufficient capacity to finance themselves through the acquisition of new members and/or donors. Large NGDOs have become mediatic and have been able to develop communication departments that orientate towards education for development, political incidents, and fund collection. The questions to be answered by this research were the following. First, what does the efficacy of a message in social networks depend on? Secondly, what is the most used social network in emergency campaigns and why? Thirdly, what are the indicators that allow the measuring of public interaction on Facebook? And finally, what features must Facebook publications have to achieve a greater number of interactions? The methodology that was used consisted of a survey to NGDO community managers. We studied the behavior of their publics through the interaction rate, known as the I rate, and performed a content analysis of messages from the Hurricane Matthew campaign that was conducted in Haiti. Among the main conclusions were the following. First, identifying the two main networks that achieve the objectives of the strategic plans of NGDOs. Secondly, verifying that NGDOs that invest more in their community manager or managers are the ones that, speaking in terms of percentages, increase the number of members the most, as well as their private incomes and their interactions with their publics. Thirdly, advising that the adapting of messages to the formal features adjusted to Facebook depended on the following factors: publication time, format, topic, message typology, communication type, protagonist, and location. And finally, confirming that the publications of an emergency are the ones that get the best reaction from the publics they have. However, we know that not just any message works. Everything that is informational was welcomed, but the testimony of an affected party was what generated good reactions. The interactions of publics increase when messages show scenes of physical violence and death.